Come back to the season finale of the Whole City Career Mode. In these two matches, we play against the London clubs, Crystal Palace and Tottenham. These are the biggest games of the entire season because this will make it or break it. If we get into the Europa League, we will get at least $70 million, at least. 70 million in the bank, and we can make a ton of transfers to make this team better. But our first priority is Crystal Palace, who are a very good side, and they are just 1 point behind us in 9th place. So if we lose this match, we could drop to 9th, or we could jump to at least 6th or 5th place if we beat Crystal Palace. But the first time we played against Crystal Palace was a very tough game, and we draw that game, I think, 0-0. But it was a very, very boring game. I didn't really enjoy playing that game. But this game was filled with chances, but no one really could get any shot on target. I'm gonna be honest, I'm gonna spoil the whole game for you guys. It was just shots after shots after shots, and all of them were off target. At least both teams at least 14 shots combined, and we had literally, I think, 1 or no shots on target. The game was just shots after shots after shots, and the first shot came in the 15th minute from Yohan Cabaye. Some decent dribbling, but there was no way he was going to make that with his left foot. He's a CDM. I have no idea why him and Matthew Flamini was taking all the shots the entire game. But, of course, we're back to our old shit of giving the ball away very terribly in the midfield. I have no idea how Benteke missed that. Benteke, 32 million Liverpool, well, literally just paid for this guy and then sold him back for 32 million. And that's the shit he misses. And then on Raul Ghazi, he just can't hit the target. I have no idea. This guy has the 80+ finishing, and he can't even make a shot. But that was kind of my fault because I was trying to drive that into the far corner. But, of course, we couldn't do nothing. We get a corner. I was spamming the shoot button. I thought the ball was going to come there, but I was spamming the shoot button, and the ball gets cleared, and pretty much an easy save for man. And another really bad opportunity here, but the shot was deflected. Anything could happen from the shot from Flamini, but it was deflected by Curtis Davies. Give the ball back again. Another terrible shot from Flamini. He was just taking shots from outside the box like he's Pogba or something. I mean, you're French, but you're not Pogba, okay? You can't be taking shots from the top of the box. You're not really that talented. Of course, even if you barely play for Crystal Palace in real life. Anyway, yes, that is the first stop, and I'll show you the stats. Literally, look at the shots. 7 shots so far, and nobody has had a shot on target. The game is just shot after shot after shot after shot. It's literally like a real life game where people are just taking shots, but none of them are on target. But of course, if I draw this game, we really won't make a big deal out of it. The board is just saying that we need to get at least 9th place to pass the board objective. But I'm trying to get into the Europa League because if I get into that, we can get a ton of money in the transfer budget, and we can make huge transfers. We can make this team, like I said, a lot better than it was. Again, just random shots. Townsend shooting on his right foot. And then I take a shot with Grujic, and how was that not a corner? Literally, the shot was deflected by, I believe that was Scott Dan, and they don't even give us anything. But of course, we had a chance here. Literally, right after we made a substitution, not this play actually, but we made a substitution after this. We brought on Lukman, we brought on Bergman, we brought on Lecco. They could have scored here. I have no idea what Diaz was doing right there. He just passed it back, and then we give the ball right back to them. Then a terrible shot from Flamini again. But literally, the substitutes linking up. Lukman with some great strength right here. Finds Albert Hernandez. I shoot, and I made the mistake of shooting with his right foot, and he cracks the crossbar. And I was really upset at that because we were just having chances right after we brought this up. We got a corner here from the shot from David Myler, who I'm probably going to keep because, you know, he played for Hull City for a very long time. And I don't really want to get rid of the legend, but this 10 minute period right here, we were dominating. We were having shot after shot after shot. The Crystal Palace were extremely hard to break down. They just kept having, the goalkeeper kept saving it. We were just having really bad shots. I have no idea how that was. I think that was a corner. Actually, that was a terrible shot, but we get across here, and I thought that was in. I thought it was an own goal, and I started going crazy, and then I was like, oh my gosh. He cleared it out. That was like this, literally looks like the ball is going to go in the back of the net, but it was a great clearance from Scott Dan on the line. But that is pretty much how the game ended. It was a very, very tight game. I mean, both teams were fighting for their life because if Crystal Palace lost this game, they probably would have been out of the top 10. They probably would have been in the 10 or 11. And I mean, not 10, but they would probably finished 9th. Because Everton has like 47 points or something like that. But the game ends 0-0. Another 0-0 draw with Crystal Palace. Really, look at that. 16 shots from the both of us. And no one had a shot on target. You could have argued that the shot that the crossbar was kind of on target. But Yeah, I gotta show it again because I just tried to drive that in, but I put way too much power on that, and I made the mistake of shooting with his left. But I could have took a little bit more time, but the defender was closing me down really quickly. But of course, I was waiting for other results to go our way, especially the results with Man United and I believe Stoke City or something like that, because they're in the Europa League spots. Of course, we're battling out with Leicester, but we need wins, and this is the hugest game of the season. It's Tottenham at home, and we need to win this match to secure at least a top 6 finish, okay? Because if we get into top 6, like I said, 60-something million, 60-something million. And that's, again, lots of money. We can bring in improvements on the new center mid, bringing in new CDM. But the first chance of the game comes from Robert Hernandez, and I have no idea why in the world I rushed that shot, because it was just one-on-one with Alderweireld, and he was just, Vertonghen, but he was just pressuring me. I was like, shoot, because I knew he was going to close me down really quickly, and Lloris is a really good goalkeeper. So I just shot, and the shot just goes wide. But I fell in control of the first 20 minutes, and finally, the breakthrough has come. Anwar Ghazi finally doing some good shit, and he slots it home into the top bins. And what a way to score your first goal of the season, shushing those haters. And he dabs on Tottenham, well, the away fans, or anybody that hated on Anwar Ghazi, the Dutchman. But what a goal that was. I just literally dribbled through, I just cut inside, and we just basically just slotted that into the top bins. You cannot get more top bins than that, and what a way to score your first goal of the season after I paid 15 million for this mug. But I was thinking of bringing in a new right winger, because I'm going to keep him to give him a second chance, but I'm just going to use him as competition, But after that, I went into that same mood that I went into when I lost the game against Stoke City earlier in the season, where I just felt like, oh, it's 1-0. I think I'm gonna win this game very easily, and I just started not taking it serious. But Tottenham were just having chance after chance after chance. They had Jamie Vardy, they had Heung-min Son up front. It's a very deadly force, along with Eric Lamela. Heung-min Son has a shot. Of course, he can shoot with both feet, so it was very dangerous to mark him because, he's tall and he's not really that strong. But, of course, he feels really strong because he's really tall. But he was a great chance from Vertonghen, but a great save by David Marshall, who I'm probably going to keep, and then bringing in a better goalkeeper, because we need the younger goalkeeper, because if we're trying to fight for Europe, if we're trying to fight for the Europa League spots, we need to get into, we need a better goalkeeper. But there it was, at the end of the half, it was kind of dodgy. Tottenham were pretty much bossing us the rest of the first half. They were having chance after chance after chance. But so far, the man of the match was Anwar Ghazi, who was doing pretty much everything for us. He was doing really well. He scored the goal, his first goal of the season. I'm just looking at the results. Man United and Crystal Palace are drawing so far. Crystal Palace are drawing with Stoke City are drawing with Southampton. And I think Leicester are winning. But we just need to hold on to this victory. But into the second half, Tottenham were just all over us. They just literally took at least 15 minutes to score an equalizer. And I was just absolute gutted, because look at this. Dele Alli had a shot. Dele Alli is crazy in this game. I would take great in Ultimate Team. I haven't tried him out in career mode, but he's great in Ultimate Team. Here, there's a decent header from Jamie Vardy. We give the ball back really stupidly at least a few minutes later. We give the ball to Wanyama. I don't know why I wasn't closing him down, because he just had a shot and that was it. And I was just absolutely, literally, I had no words, because Victor Wanyama scored 7 goals in the Premier League. And then all I had to do was tackle him. But I was scared. I was rushing my tackles because I just wanted the victory so I can get that 6th place. But I was just, of course, look at the defending right here. Look at this defending right here. This is amateur defending right here. And there's no way the world class difficulty is this gonna get tackled right there, and then we're just gonna win the ball back. But Victor Wanyama scores a fantastic goal. 7 goals in the Premier League from a CDM is absolutely amazing. He's having probably the season of his life. But we took off a bunch of players. We brought on Lukman, we brought on Anwar Ghazi, we brought on Lecco, we brought on Bergwijn for the pace. Of course, it strikes really quickly. Lukman getting into the box, who has a shot, and I thought again that was in, but it was a great clearance from Kyle Walker, a great finesse shot from Lukman, and that could have been 2-1 right there, 76th minute. We get a cross, but we absolutely can't do nothing with it because their players are so tall. Vertonghen, and I thought that was it. I thought that was game over when Jamie Vardy went through us. But David Marshall coming up clutch again. This guy is so clutch in the most biggest games of this season, and he was right there. But here they could have scored a great block right there. But we get the counter-attack of dreams. Lukman is pretty much through, and I was like, yes, 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 yes. But I forgot, oh crap, Lukman doesn't have the best shooting, and thank God that went in, because look how close this was. I didn't even want to celebrate that, but look how close that was. Shushing the Tottenham fans, and this hopefully guarantees us into the 6th place. But what a counter-attack, and what a decent goal, but that could have been a disallowed goal, and that could have been a great save off the line by Kyle Walker, but just past the line. Of course, the goal line technology coming in clutch right there, and Lukman has his at least 4th goal of the season. But it was a fantastic save by Lloris. I could have just shot it into that open left-hand area, but I was just really scared. I was like rushing it, and the things could have happened with what happened with Albert Hernandez. But I went park the bus, as you can see, because I wanted to hold on to this. But when I go park the bus, I kind of fell under pressure, so I was just fouling them. And then they have a free kick here, but I was like, oh no, they could have crossed it into the box. And that's what happened, but thank God Andrew Robinson was right there, and he clears it, and that has guaranteed us 6th place in the Premier League. And yes, we get a huge ton of money, but there's a slight problem. I'm recording this a few days later because, like, literally right after I was done playing this, I was done recording it, I decided to sim through the rest of the summer, and train the players and stuff like that. But I accidentally turned off my Xbox, so nothing saved. So I had to go back to the Tottenham game, and then I had to simulate it because I didn't really have enough time. So I simulated the game, and we got a 3-1 loss, which meant that we would get only 8th place, I think, or 8th or 7th place. I don't really know, but we passed the board objectives, which I'm not going to really complain about. I have a lot of players I'm going to sell, but we were going to get like 90 million, which was really unrealistic because a club like Hull City getting 90 million for finishing in 6th place is very unrealistic. So I decided not to go. So I decided I could have just simulated. I just could have simulated the games until I got the victory. But I decided, it wouldn't be fair. So I was like, I already won. But I felt like it would make some more sense if I just let it go. See, of course, we're getting to 6th place. Southampton, Burnley, and I believe, who was the other team? I don't really remember. But those are the two or three teams that I know that are going to get relegated from the Premier League back to the Championship. And of course, we survived. 6th place is very good, but I was basically just 7th place. Here I go for us to give us 97 million for finishing in 6th place. That's very unrealistic. The minimum you could get is like 50, 45 million or something like that. But past the board objective, we got a huge transfer budget. We didn't really, we passed every objective except for, make profit on the transfer window, which was a critical thing. But thank God they didn't sack us, so I wasn't really mad about that. But in the next episode will be a new season, and the Leeds United career mode will return, I think next week or this week. I'm not really sure, but hope you guys enjoyed this season of the Hull City career mode. It's a fantastic first season, and the second season I'm going to bring in some huge new transfers, and hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys next time.